Hello guys, hopefully by now you've learned how to create a dataset, enrich it with an API, and also how to analyze a dataset with a machine learning model, and also what machine learning is. So in this video, I just want to clarify what we are expecting from the assignment. So in the assignment, your basic task is to use the Auckland house price dataset that Ben has created, enrich it with the API, and then clean that data and present it in a way that is in the form of a report. And in that report, you'll be analyzing the data as well as creating a machine learning model. So this report, imagine you're creating this report for a statistics person, a statistician that is planning to buy a house in Auckland. So in that case, you'll probably have some analysis on how different suburbs maybe affect prices, maybe how different bedrooms and things affect price, or you can be creative with your analysis. So I'll just show you a few things on how to get started, and then from there you can hopefully make it much better than how I did. So in these Azure notebooks, you create a new notebook, and you can use this markdown code to create titles and text. And you can obviously use the code as we've done before as well. And obviously you can read in the data set, for example, house prices equals from the files. I believe I called it this. So you can see that it reads in the dataset. The first thing obviously you need to do is to look through the dataset and see if there's anything that needs your attention. For example, in this dataset, I can see that some of these land areas are encoded. There's a meter squared in the column. So if you look at the house prices dot the data type of this, it won't be a float, which is quite common in the other numerical types. So for the machine learning model, we'll obviously need floats and to do some analysis. So in this case, it shouldn't be an object. So how do we convert this to a float? So we need some way of removing the meter squared. There's multiple ways of doing it, but you can probably Google, for example, how to extract number from. You can Google something like that to see how to clean something like, maybe this might work. We'll see if something like this would work. House prices. So the land area's got a space in it, so I'll use that format just to make it a bit more convenient. So as you can see, that got rid of the meter squared in the dataset, and then but it's still not a string. To convert it to it's still a string, but we need to convert it to a float. To do that, we can do as type float, and these will be numbers now, and we can assign it to the same column. So now you've got this data set, and all the summary statistics and things would be here. So you can convert these code cells to markdowns, and then you can explain some of the things you're doing. So you can say, oh, that's interesting. So you can see some of the outliers as well. So you can add comments. There are some houses that have 17 bedrooms. Obviously, comments and things need to be much better than these. But the general idea is create visualizations, maybe to analyze price as a function of the number of bedrooms and as a function of land area. And it's probably interesting to look at suburbs as well. So the suburb info is as a string here. So analyze the data set, see what might be interesting to a potential property, someone who's looking to buy a house, and use visualizations, use Seaborn and Matplotlib libraries just to analyze the data set, and at the end create a machine learning model, probably a linear regression. You can use the scikit-learn library to create a model and do some analysis on the results of the model, and write a decent enough um, markdown, um, decent enough analysis on the markdown so that the whole report is interesting and somebody would want to read it. So that's the assignment. So good luck with that, and we look forward to seeing what you guys come up with.